Good afternoon. We'll now start. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to this pep talk this afternoon. Please mute yourself, but always show your video picture. Sign in your name, your Facebook account, or email address in the chat box. Please include the names of companions attending with you. Use the chat box to ask questions and make comments while the pep talk is on. There will be group pictures at the start and end of the pep talk, so please show your faces in the video. Another reminder, please take the online learning com evaluation test exercise after the pep talk to have a perfect score and get a certificate like the one shown here. I will place the link in the chat box later on. Another reminder, obtaining 25 OLETE certificates will entitle one mentee to a voucher, free voucher for a RO host on medical consultation, either telemedical or face-to-face. Another request, please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. So before we go to the pep talk proper in 2 minutes, please let's now have a group picture taking. So please turn on your video and show your beautiful faces. Ready? Get set. Ready? Get set. Go. Okay. The link to the Olete I placed already in the chat box. I have a patient empowerment program in which I'd like to empower the lay people or patients to take control of the management of their health. I started the pep talk on May 15, 2021 during the COVID-19 pandemic. There are 3 courses in the pep talk. I completed the core course on October 9, 2021. And then from October 23, 2021 onwards, I've been tackling health disorder and health issue courses. May 18, 2024 marks the start of the year 4 of the R.O. Hoson pep talk. How long the pep talk will last will depend on our enthusiasm, discipline, and perseverance. My pep talk today is entitled Philippine National Health Awareness Calendar. The empowerment objective is for lay people to have an essential understanding on the Philippine National Health Awareness Calendar as part of their health management. Contents of this pep talk will be the following. What is a National Health Awareness Calendar and what are its objectives? What are the basis for inclusion of health topics and issues in the Philippine Health Awareness Calendar? What are the essential contents of the Philippine National Health Awareness Calendar? The benefits of knowing the calendar, the problems with the Philippine National Health Calendar, and what are my advice, what is my position and recommendations on the issues and problems. Disclaimer, the R.O. Hoson Pep Talk contains my thoughts, perceptions, opinions, recommendations culled from personal experiences as well as from readings from other health professionals. Let's start with the first topic. What is a National Health Calendar Awareness Calendar and what are its objectives? It is a calendar set up by a department or Ministry of Health of a country. primarily to raise awareness and thereby change the unhealthy behavior and mindset among its citizenry on the important health topics and issues prevalent in the country. So every country usually has this calendar, not only in the Philippines, but all over the world. The other objective is to mobilize support for action from the local to the national community and even to the international stage. So that's the second objective of the calendar. First, to raise awareness of the issues, health issues and topics prevalent in their own country. Okay. Each country, including the Philippines, has its own set of health awareness calendar depending on its setting, prioritized needs, and goals. So you can say that no two calendar will be the same for two countries. Okay? Each country has its own unique calendar and name, but there may be similarities in health topics, especially if there are international and or worldwide collaboration, or they may have some similar problems in the country. Okay. So in which case there might be some similarities. There are various names used. Number one, health calendar. They call it just simply health calendar. Some would call it health awareness calendar. Some would call it national health awareness calendar. I personally prefer the health awareness calendar or the national health awareness calendar. As a calendar, it consists of a publicly declared health in terms of days, in terms of weeks, and months. Okay, so days, health weeks, health months throughout the year related to specific health conditions and issues. For example, you can have last Sunday of January has been declared as World Leprosy Day. So it's 1 day celebration, it's 1 day awareness, and then this is in collaboration with the international other countries. Then last week of September, okay, this is by week naman, okay, this is a obesity prevention and awareness week, okay, lasting for 1 week. And then lasting for 1 month, you can have, yeah, there is such a thing as breast cancer awareness month. So you can see that the health awareness will be in terms of day, week, or even month. So what are the basis for inclusion of health topics, health issues? Okay. So the inclusion of topics and health issues in the Philippines, I talk about the Philippines, Department of Health Awareness Calendar is usually based on the awareness legislation. There's a law requiring that awareness day or Global Awareness Day proclaimed usually by the WHO and being promoted by well-established and reputable international health organization. So this one is global naman, okay, because of the usually by the World Health Organization. And lastly, by the Philippine Department of Health, DOH, na? So usually based on the data on the burdens, yung mga yung prevalent diseases in the country, okay, or health issues in the community. Okay. So tatlong basis, but ang pinaka bottom line there is it's the Department of Health who will determine what will be placed them there, but it will include some of the required awareness by the legislation, by law, and then they will also involve yung mga international awareness days. What are the essential contents of the Philippine National Health Awareness Calendar? Up to this writing, February 7, I wrote this last week. I have not seen an official 2025 DOH calendar in the internet. Thus, I will be using the 2024 calendar for my explanation. But from my experience, they're practically the same. Each year, may konting pagbabago lang. Huh? So for January, you can see here, okay, so you have the monthly celebration or awareness month, National Deforming Schistosomiasis Month, liver cancer, autism, this is in terms of week naman, third week of January, autism, then Goiter Awareness Week, and then on the 31st of January, just one whole day, so World Neglected Tropical Disease Day, and then last Sunday of January, World Leprosy Day. So there were about 7 celebrations last year, 2024. And then for February, here is a list also. Okay. So let me just, since we're now in February, let me just focus on this one. So this month is a National Cancer Consciousness Month. Also, because of the Valentine's Day celebration, they put in the Philippine Heart Month, okay? Oral Health Month, National Health Insurance Month. So I don't know the basis for putting it in February, but it's there. National Down Syndrome Consciousness Month. Then the World Cancer Day, this is declared by the WHO and other countries. Then Intellectual Disability Week, International Childhood Cancer Day, National Awareness for Prevention of Sexual Abuse and Exploitation, leprosy. So you can see in last January may leprosy day. Ito may leprosy na naman. Okay. Then the National Rare Diseases Week. Okay. So there are about 11 celebration here. March, okay, ito rin, there are about 8. I want read them anymore. Just take a quick look. Okay. Rabies, okay, colorectal. And then April, there are about 6 celebrations here. Okay, malaria, health day, head and neck. Okay. And then for May, 9, cervical cancer. That's because cervical cancer is quite common, so they put a month to make an awareness program. Okay. There's Thyroid Day. Kanina, in other months, may mga goiter, no? So makikita niyo may mga repetition, no? Repetition. Okay. International Thyroid Awareness Month, a week. So last week of May, pagkatapos sa 25th day, meron pang World Thyroid Day. May mga overlaps ito, no? And then, June, marami sa June. 15. Okay? Prostate, kidney, okay. National Cancer Survivor Day, okay. And then, July, marami rin, 15. Pinagsama-sama rito, okay. And then, August, may TB Day, okay. And then, September, so again, you can see here, National Thyroid Cancer Awareness Week na naman, no? Okay. Generic Awareness Month, okay. Rabies Day, okay. And then October, okay. Sa January, Cancer Awareness Month, ito, Breast Cancer Awareness naman ito, very specific. Every October, they declare that month as the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, okay. Then November 19, dami, no? Okay. So Diabetes Day, Lung Cancer Awareness Month, etc. Okay. December, about 7. Palaging kasama yung Firecracker Injury Prevention Month. Kasi palaging merong nasasaktan sa mga firecracker, sa mga celebration of the New Year. Okay. So for last year, the total was 134 items. As I said, 134 health topics and issues with repetitions and overlaps. I have to emphasize that, no? Okay. So, what are the benefits of knowing? Knowing means being aware at least of the contents and at a higher degree of competency, taking into action information gotten for health restoration and maintenance of oneself, one family at least, and one community. You always use it for yourself, at least for your family, okay? And also for the healthcare management of oneself and family, at least using the information such as generic law, which you can use, no? Meron kayong mapipick up na information on generic, saying that it's equally effective as the branded, yung innovative drugs, no? So you try to write on the benefits, no? Then PhilHealth, you have to know something about the PhilHealth. Maraming controversies ngayon sa PhilHealth, di ba? And universal healthcare, etc. So the National Health Awareness Calendar this is another benefit, can promote patient empowerment as we have been declaring our forecast of patient empowerment, kalaman, knowledge and understanding, kakayanan, capability. Okay, so try to promote capability of oneself as well as for the family. Karapatan, you should know your rights also. So during the awareness month, na-spell out yung mga rights of citizenry. Then kapangyarihan. So you have the right to determine what you really want, self-determination. Okay, the other benefits are gaining greater control over decisions and actions affecting one's health, improvement in the quality in healthcare administered by physicians and other healthcare professionals because of patient-centered care, improvement in health outcomes because of patient participation, because you know something about it already through the awareness week, month, days, leading to longevity and full and contented life. And then control of medical costs because of patient-centered care and patient participation. So Stephen Jordan summarized it here, 8 reasons for the Health Awareness Month campaign, the importance. First of all, pinaka-basic, it raise awareness. Then, of course, it educate. Then, it try to reduce stigma through the Awareness Consciousness Month. Then, advocacy and fundraising, okay, for those which need resources to make the program, awareness program going. Targeted campaign, collaboration, and networking, promote networking among different organizations, okay? And then preventive health, of course, and then inspiring actions. No? Okay. So from awareness, education, dapat may actions. No? What are the problems with the Philippine National Health Awareness Calendar, and what is R.O. Hoson's position and recommendations? The basic questions, the essential question is, how effective is the Philippine National Health Awareness Calendar? If you, all of you, if you're aware of, if you know that there is such a thing as National Health Awareness Calendar for a long time now, ang tanong dito, how effective is it? So, personally, I've been asking around also. There's no honest to goodness study on this question yet. As I said, I've been asking around lately. Okay, hindi ko pa natatanong ng DOH. I'm trying to contact the DOH in charge of this program. Have they done a study on this? No? Mukhang wala pa. Okay. But from my personal observation, I guess it's not achieving what its intended benefit to the maximum. But somehow helpful. Hindi lang maximum. No? Okay. Anyway, despite their imperfections, personally, I think health awareness calendar can, no matter what, raise some degree of positive awareness, especially if done year in, year out. Paulit-ulit lang. I know, hindi naman magbabago yung buong Pilipinas in one day, in 1 week, in in 1 year, mahirap pa rin palitan. So the project can rally people to spread awareness and show support. Educational and fundraising events are often held at times of the awareness days, weeks, and months to create a ripple effect of positivity and empowerment for, and not only for those living with health conditions, but also their loved ones also. A downside of the health awareness calendar campaign is the associated unscrupulous marketing of services and products of some mga business, no? Okay. If not a lot of them, okay, also including healthcare institutions, yung mga hospitals, yung mga laboratory, no, and pharmaceutical companies. So for example, nag-advertise sila, advertising, enticing the public to use and buy services and products even if not indicated. No, sasabihin lang, may sale, no? May discount, no? Okay. So itong i-offer sa inyo, sa atin, at kung minsan hindi naman kailangan. No? So that's the downside of this health awareness calendar. There are questions, another issue here is there are questions on the validity of information being included in the awareness campaign. So maraming information that you get, not just like the internet, the sa Mr. Google, no, maraming information. Ang question is, valid ba sila? Tama ba sila? Accurate ba sila? Ganun din sa mga awareness campaign. We have to be aware of the validity of the information being disseminated. The other problem is there are a lot of repetitions and overlaps. This is just a minor problem. Kasi, minsan nag-overlap talaga, no? With repetitions, okay lang para maulit, ma-invite na mga citizenry. So I, for one, am contributing to the health awareness campaign through my pep talk, which I started in May 2015, 2021. So in late 2022, during the nawawala na yung pandemic, no? I started using or during the pep talk, second year, I started using the DOH health calendar in choosing a topic to do pep talk on. I have given pep talks on thyroid cancer consciousness month, goiter awareness, digestive health awareness, rabies, etc. Note that we're now on our fourth year, so napasama ko na a lot of this DOH health awareness calendar. So it is a matter of whether I will repeat it again next time, pwede, but I'll include other new topics. So a proof that I've included the health Philippine National Health Calendar Awareness Calendar, okay, as part of my program in the pep talk. So here is the pep talk, the title, okay. Head and Neck Consciousness Week, no, that's the title. Head and Neck Cancer Awareness. So this is done in consonance with the DOH Health Awareness Calendar. In April, usually April, Head and Neck Cancer, Head and Neck Consciousness Week. Another example, September 2022 or last year, lang date ito, okay. So I gave a talk on patient safety awareness. This is in consonance with the Patient Safety Awareness Week in March and World Patient Safety Day in September. Pinagsama ko, as I said, maraming repetition na mga celebrations, no? So pinagsama ko na in one lecture, okay? So for March and September, patient safety awareness. And then goiter awareness. This is my contribution to the DOH Philippine DOH Goiter Awareness Week, which is on the fourth week on January, usually. Okay. So in the pep talk, I usually measure the degree of learning through online learning curve evaluation test exercise which participants will take after the pep talk proper. As I said kanina, paano effective ba yung Philippine National Health Awareness Calendar? Is there a study that measure the effectivity kung may natuto o nagbabago yung mga behavior or mindset? No? So as I said, mukhang wala pa. Oh, okay. Kung meron man, palay ko, it's not very effective to the maximum. No? On my part, yung sa aking style is I put up the OLETE. At least yung OLETE na may measure ko yung learning ng participants. Okay. So whether the participants in my pep talk are learning or not, or whether there is a behavioral health change for the better, it is difficult to determine it with accuracy. But at the very least, pinaka-minimum, I have the OLETE results to assist me in the evaluation somehow. So kung may nagtanong sa akin, how do you evaluate the effectiveness of your pep talk? At least meron akong OLETE na papakita sa kanila. Okay. Then since the participants are mostly my patients, no, I can observe behavioral changes when they come for follow-up and my continued interaction with them in social media. Nakikita ko, okay, yung follow-up of mga development. Some would shift from a ritualistic and maximalist mindsets to a minimalist mindset, which is the ideal one. in their health management. And some would advise their relatives on what they learned from my pep talk. So I like to assume these are the benefits that these are the results of my pep talk, no? Positive benefits. And despite all the imperfections of the health awareness calendar, I believe I just have to continue to ride on the health awareness campaign of the DOH. One, to contribute to the national efforts of improving the health, because it's DOH siya, no? So tutulong tayo. And two, for the welfare, at least of my very own patients, to empower my patients on the four Ks of kaalaman, kakayanan, karapatan, and kapangyarihan. Aside from attending my pep talk, I would strongly recommend that all lay people, kayo, okay, including you, to keep track of the DOH Health Awareness Calendar and participate in its program. So it is very comprehensive. Sabi ko nga, may overlap, kaya repetition, kaya very comprehensive na talaga. No? Baka meron mga kulang pa which will come out in the future. No? It is of importance in also in preventive health and in health restoration and management. So you pwede pag may information kayo makukuha on how to prevent rabies, how to prevent yung leprosy, etc. And then what to do when you have all various diseases like cancer, like goiter, what to do, health restoration and maintenance. So my advice is go over the list of health topics and issues and select which ones are relevant to your needs and to your family members and community. Marami siya. I don't think you will be able to you will be interested in all. Just choose, just prioritize, and then learn from the information published by the DOH or by the concerned organizations on the internet based on the calendar. Don't expect to learn everything in one session. Just keep on repeating, especially year in, year out, and in the end, you will be able to answer things you needed for your preventive health and health restoration and maintenance program. So paulit-ulit lang, okay lang. On my part, I will give a list of usual topics and issues in the DOH calendar. Then you select at least 5 topics of interest to you and to your family, and then submit to me your selected topics. Then I will try my best to include them in the pep talks this year as much as possible. So you can take a look at your free time, then tell me what are the topics that you want to be included in the pep talk next time. So summary and takeaway, I have discussed all these topics. I won't repeat them anymore. Okay, but in the bottom line here, although it's imperfect, no, there lack of repetition and overlaps, no, may makukuha pa rin tayo ng mga benefits, no. So be always in touch with reliable medical information on the Philippine National Health Awareness Calendar. Knowledge is power. It gives power. Use the 4Ks of patient empowerment, kaalaman, kakayanan, karapatan, and kapangyarihan to gain greater control over decisions and make better decisions on management of the Philippine National Health Awareness Calendar as part of your health management. So take advantage of the Philippine Health Awareness Calendar to contribute to your health management. So with that, I end my pep talk today. I hope I have empowered you to have an essential understanding of the Philippine National Health Awareness Calendar as part of your health management. So before we go to the QA portion, reminder, please take the online Learning Com evaluation test exercise for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate like this one, the one shown here. I have placed the link in the chat box. And obtaining 25 OLETE certificate will entitle one mentee to a voucher for a RO household medical consultation, either face-to-face or telemedical. And feedback, please type in your feedback in the chat box before we adjourn. And let's now have a group picture taking before we start the QA and interaction. Please turn on your video now. Okay. Ready? One, two, one, two, three. Okay. The floor is now open for questions, comments, no, sharing experiences, no, suggestions on how we can maximize the benefit of the calendar. Anybody? Meron kayong isa-suggest that I add topics to discuss a pep talk? Meron kayong special request? Wala. Kung meron kayo, sabihin lang niyo sa akin. No? Okay. For the, kung yung mga ibang pep talk, syempre in 1 year, I won't be able to cover all the topics in the National Health Awareness Calendar. And the other reason is that hindi ko man expertise yung iba, no? Example, mga child abuse, hindi ko linya yon. So I won't be able to tackle those things, no? Okay. Pero yung mga others, kung di ko natatackle within the year, at least nako-cover in the, kasi we're now on our fourth year, eh, di ba? So yung iba natackle na, no? Okay. We started with COVID, how to manage COVID nung umpisang-umpisa. Then after that, we talk about your patient's rights, no? Ganon. Then after that, we talk about the DOH calendar, Goiter Awareness Month, leprosy, rare diseases. Okay. So if you have a topic that you think should be discussed, pwede niyong hanapin mo na yung old proceedings. Baka andun, na? Okay. Kung wala, just tell me. I will prepare, kung kaya ko, I will prepare a lecture on that. Na? Okay. Okay. Any questions? Dana? Any request for a topic? So, okay. Remember I said one of the drawback of yung mga national health calendar is a lot of companies, a lot of ride on the yung mga awareness week, awareness month, no? Okay. So yung mga sale, yung mga package deal, no? Okay. So just take just like just like yung mga sales sa supermarket, sa mga mall, no? Be cautious with being attracted to go for the sale. Kung di kailangan, wag niyong bilhin kung di naman niyo kailangan sa bahay, di ba? Okay. Ganun din, the principle is the same. If there's a sale for mga lab exams, no? Okay. Kung di naman kailangan, wag kayo kakagat, no? Okay. Questions? Nana? So if there are none, we'll call it a day. We will see each other next week again. So the topic will be, we'll talk about yung PWD. Okay. So PWD, PWD is person with disability in cancer patients less than 60 years old. No? Okay. So this is, and again, raising awareness. This is part of my objective of the pep talk. We try to raise awareness, okay, of the rights of patients with cancer. No? Okay. Okay. May pahabol? Wala na? We'll see each other next week. Okay? Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye. Happy
Doc.
weekend.
Bye. Thank
Happy
you.
weekend.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you po,
Bye-bye.
Dr. Ray. Happy
Bye-bye.
weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.